Thank you for staying tuned. It is time for some motivation from certified life coach Tosin Imogieme, and he will be talking overcoming the emotional effect of COVID-19. Hello, Tosin. So we're connecting with him via Skype, that is. Good morning. How are you doing?
Very well. Could be better. At least I'm not infected, so I'm grateful.
Well, thankfully, at least you're also observing the lockdown, the stay-at-home order.
Yeah. Yeah, the compulsory one.
Yeah, it's important. All right, so of course, you are in it as well, so you know what it feels like to be indoors, unable to go anywhere, unable to pursue your daily bread, so to speak, and all. So let's talk about the effect on you as a person before we talk about it generally. Can you hear me, Tosin?
Just come again, please repeat.
Okay, so I was asking about what the effect has been on you so far, the COVID-19 lockdown, what the effect has been like for you as a person.
Okay, personally, I'm an introvert, so this quarantine, it's usually my normal, way of life. I'm always indoors. I run my business from home, except when I have engagements out there. Do you understand? So the only difference is, the mindset now, knowing that I have to be at home. It's just like you being able to do without food for a whole day. You can go for a whole day without food, but the moment you want to fast, the moment your mind knows you want to fast, it becomes very difficult.
Yeah, true.
So there's really no difference apart from the fact that there's no movement out there, and business, of course, has gone down.
Okay, so Tosin, now let's talk about the effects generally on people. So if I, as an individual, being indoors 7 days now and counting, of course, what are the emotional effects one would expect on certain folks like that? Especially you are an introvert, but for extroverts who are used to going out and all, let's talk about the emotional effect on them.
Yes, you see, first things first, I always like to tell people that pain is relative. Crisis is relative. For example, when someone dies, the family of the deceased, of course, they will be very hurt that, their loved one is dead.
Indeed.
However, the person who sells the casket, the person who sells the coffin, that's an opportunity. He would be happy. So pain is relative. Do you understand? You lose a job, the person who is going to get that job, who is replacing you, that's an opportunity for that person. So in this present time, you see, while some of us are in crisis, some people are actually thriving. Yeah, they are benefiting. The IT, companies, like for example, Netflix. People are at home now. They have to watch movies. Yeah. They have to stream. The IT industry.
And of course, that's also for the telecom industry.
Yes, and telecom industry, data and all that, and those who selling hand sanitizers and all that. So some people are
cashing in right now. That's true. That's very true. Hi, Tosin. Looks like we lost you for a minute there. We lost the connection there.
That's what you really need as an individual. Yeah, so what I said is, taking that shift from being a victim of the circumstance to being a victor, or being, a benefactor of, that circumstance. So, and, I've actually spoken about the effect of, this COVID-19 fear, panic. People are actually are prone to anxiety at this time. People are feeling the world is going to come to an end. But you see, it's all about your mental programming, how you see it. There's a saying that when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at, it change.
Okay, so for everyone, it's of course a connection issue. That's what's causing the delay and somehow the pauses as well. So please bear with us.
How do you decide not?
No, go ahead, Tosin. I was just explaining.
Choosing not to suffer. Yeah, choosing not to suffer from it, you need to be very intentional about your actions. And now basically we are on a lockdown. So what do? People, for example, I'm an introvert. For those who are extroverts, becoming frustrated. Yeah. And the truth is, when you can't change the circumstance, it's better for you to change your attitude about the circumstance. So, for example, the things you need to do, first and foremost, we need to pray. because this is beyond us. We have not yet, found a vaccine. Whether you believe in God, Buddha, Allah, whoever you believe in, pray. There's a saying that turn your situation onto God, because God can do more for you in a minute than you can possibly do for yourself in a lifetime. So let us pray. It's a spiritual exercise. Next thing, every morning, try as much as possible to engage in exercise. Be
Pray
it
exercise,
aerobics in your
okay.
environment. For example, personally, I run 6 kilometers every morning. Prior to this time, I was struggling with my weight. But now it's an opportunity for me. So I'm choosing to see the opportunity in this crisis. So I jog every morning. And you see, exercise builds your immunity.
That's great stuff. That's great stuff. That's great stuff. Getting to jog 6 kilometers, that's a lot. At least for me, I think it is.
So why does your body heal itself? Because your body has an immune system. And this is the time for you to build your immune system. Because if you're going to overcome this situation, if, for example, you become affected or you test positive, you need a very good immune system. And that's why you need to exercise. And the next is for you to also engage in the mental exercise. You need to read books. You need to, exercise. I tell people that stress is good. It's
So pray, exercise, physical exercise, mental exercise. So those are 3 things so far that Tosin has been telling us about. Okay, yeah.
You can't grow beyond what you know in life. And I always tell people that if reading wasn't important, then we wouldn't have Bibles, we wouldn't have Qurans, we wouldn't have all these books that we have around. So reading is very important, and it helps you program your mind, because there's so much negativity now around the world, especially on WhatsApp, getting messages, especially fake messages, and this makes you prone to getting scared, getting to panic.
So instead of depending on WhatsApp, it's usually good to look for the verifiable source of information. Very great. Great stuff, really. Great stuff. Thank you so much, Tosin. Unfortunately, time and the poor network means we'll have to end the conversation now. But thank you so much for your time. So 3 things we've learned today, talking about overcoming the emotional effect of COVID-19. First, we need to pray. Engage in more prayer. Again, we should also try as much as possible to engage in physical exercise and mental exercise. I know for sure Tosin had other tips, but unfortunately, due to time and the poor network, we couldn't get through all of them. But those 3, very, very important. Well, it's time for us to check out this African tune.